This morning I presented a lecture on macroeconomics, growth institution and socially sustainable degrowth. The main idea of this presentation was to make clear that the role that capitalism in changing and shaping institution and social life. The first problem that we considered this morning was the fact that today there is a sort of maladaptation of capital institutions with respect to natural environment, but also with respect to market and social interactions. And in order to cover this distance between economic theory and market institution to social and real life, we focus on the ecological macroeconomics field. And this field of ecological macroeconomics starts from the brilliant work of Peter Victor in 2008, Managing Without Growth. And with this field of literature, we hope to make economics theory, and particularly macroeconomics, more close to the real world, and to make some instrument for policymakers to make right policies in order to solve urgent problems like climate problem and natural environmental problem. So, however, the question here is if it's enough to go in simulation to understand which are the changes that we need to make our society sustainable. And what we believe that I believe is that we have to work on the direction to change our institution and to understand how institution can evolve. And as we know, convention and institutions are best response to different equilibria. So they are persistent, and we have to find a way to move our system and to make people find new alternative best response at the problem that emerged. To this, the evolutionary game theory makes some good, like a sort of good way to deal with this process. And it could be useful to understand which kind of behavioral aspects can induce such change, the expected change. The final part of the lecture was involved two kind of new field of research in economics. One was about how much the new economic system is similar to the problem that faces our ancestors in the Pleistocene, and in the sharing rule of big hunted animals, that they should be shared since they could not be refrigerated. And so this could be quite similar to what we see now in the development of knowledge in the capital system. And so probably communities can make a good challenge to market institutions and capitalism in order to shape and to find good alternative institutions. The final point that I think is important if we want really to move our economy to a degrowth perspective is that we have to understand that the policies that the incentive that we try to do can shape not only the material calculations but also the social preferences, in the sense that there is no separability between the material payoff and the social preference like altruism and other regarding preference. So this absence of sustainability means that it's possible to make some incentive that crowding out the moral and ethical motives for the actions. So in a different context, we can think about which kind of incentives can instead induce a sort of crowding in the direction that we hope to go for inducing a degrowth transition for sustainability.